What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You guys know that a lot of sisters talk about black men worshiping white women. And when they talk about white women, they're not talking about the blonde hair, beauty pageant type white ladies. No. When black women really discuss black men dealing with white girls, they're talking about the average to below average looking chicks. The white women that maybe you would say white men would not be interested in, right? The ones who have purple weaves, red weaves, orange weaves. Yes, you have some white women who engage in that kind of stuff. And, you know, they would accuse a black man of going for a white woman who is trying to basically appropriate blackness in the worst stereotypical version of blackness. And again, black women tend to be very hard of black men who exhibit those traits in the white women that they are dating. Now, let me deal with this because it's very, very important. Black women, when they decide to date white men, and this is not every woman because obviously it depends on the certain level of affluence the sister has, where she's went to school, things like that. What I have noticed is as black men date out and tend to deal with black women or white women who typically like black men, I also see that a lot of these black women who are dating these white guys, many of these white guys resemble Pookies, okay? And there is no Pookie greater historically than Paul Wall. Now, I know that Paul Wall has a lot of people in the black community that really like him, and he's a part of the crowd. He might as well be black. More power to the guy. I don't know him. I heard a few of his songs. Wasn't a big fan. But Paul Wall has been a stereotypical white version of Pookie and Ray Ray. He's gold teeth. Rapper, all of this, right? But he's changed his look. He doesn't have that same look he had back in the day. And he went to the Houston Texans game and he talked about the experience. Of course, they lost because Texans are terrible. But this is what he said here below.
Boy, I had fun at that Texans game yesterday, man. Tough loss, definitely a tough loss. But, man, did we have fun in that suite, bro. Let me tell you. I walked all over that stadium. I must have walked about 10 miles yesterday just walking from one side of the stadium to the other, from the suite back to downstairs to the field where we performing for halftime with my boy Louis the singer. Man, it was a hell of a day, a great game. Let me tell you, it was all worth it. Even though we lost, it was all worth it to see Tank Dell score his first NFL touchdown, man. Big salute to my bro Tank Dell showing out, man. I'm talking about I went crazy when he scored a touchdown and they called it back. I was so disappointed. But guess what? He went on and scored it. He scored anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my dog Tank Dell. Salute to the Texans. Coach Ryans, let's go. Houston Texans. I'm going to see y'all at the next home game. In every home game, I'm going to see y'all there in NRG Stadium. Let's go, Texans. What it do, Texans fans? We showing up, showing that. I'm going to see you there.
Now, after saying this, Paul Wall got a lot of ladies on Shade Room very interested in his new look. I didn't even recognize him. He looks like a white CEO, older guy. I don't know, kind of got that Andy Griffith hairstyle. And women were like, oh my God, he's such a fine white man. He's all of this and stuff, right? And I'm like, so wait a minute. A white guy can have a regular haircut or hairdo, like y'all would say, or gold teeth and tattoos, and this is what you like. But now if you see a black man with something similar, then all of a sudden it's a problem. This black guy is dysfunctional. He's a Pookie. Is Paul Wall those same things? I want to know because hardly will you ever see a black man that has gold teeth, even like Paul Wall. If Paul Wall isn't white, they're not saying that. And here's something that I want to point out. A lot of times when these ladies talk about dating interracial, I'm going to get me a white zaddy. I'm going to get me a dude that they're talking about a guy like this. Go look at the comments. White guy, not a hater, gold tooth, out here weaving and salad up. Then when they go out there and date a guy like that, you come back, find out that, okay, he gonna do you the same way that Pookie's and Ray Ray's gonna do you. then all of a sudden you want to get mad. All of a sudden you want to get upset. But this is what you're attracted to. A Pookie. All right? And a Pookie, white or black, it's still a Pookie. My question is, why is there so much love for the white Pookies out there? So let's go to from the black Pookie, because he's black. He's terrible, in your opinion. But let's go to the guy because he's white. And don't y'all think, in my honest opinion, it's nothing you mean, but don't you think that white men know this? Like, whoa, I don't even have to be. I'll tell you a story, right? I was in the mall. I was in Riverside. I saw this beautiful, one of the most gorgeous ladies I've ever seen in my life. Two couples, black and white couple. Girl was gorgeous. I'm like, oh my gosh, she is fine. And there were guys who I thought were, regular white guys, nothing to see there. One had on some Birkenstock sandals. She was stacked, by the way. Like, Jesus Christ. Just beautiful. And I realized that at this point, a lot of white guys know that they don't really have to do anything but be white. Even in Africa. I met this dude. I was at a restaurant. So me at the restaurant, this guy was writing a book. He's a Canadian, I'm American, so I guess somehow I end up finding out about this guy. He wrote a book on how many women in Uganda he slept with. How easy it has been without having any real income. He was actually living with the Ugandan. Like splitting the rent almost, I want to say something crazy like $100 a month. The guy said he slept with over I don't know if it's either 50 or 60 women in Kampala in like a span of a year without paying them. And it's interesting because a lot of the Pookie features that they would put on a white guy like this, if it's a black guy, he's dusty, he's crusty, he's all this. No. Same thing with Paul Wall. Paul Wall is just as dysfunctional as these other guys. But let him be white. All of a sudden, hey, girl, he's cool. Girl, he a fox. Girl, he fine. Girl, okay. And then when you go to the other races and you have the same situation when you're picking the same stuff, now whose fault is it then? And it just goes to show you that they're looking for a certain type of character, which when they get it, they get upset. Once they get it, they can't believe it. How did they get that guy with they don't know. They have no absolute idea how it happened. No way, shape, or form do they know. But don't worry though, because I know. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them big time. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you all. You do subscribe to the bell. We're out.